Fans knew for a long time that Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny was likely going to be another box office disaster for Lucasfilm and Disney, but even they probably didn't think it was going to be this bad. In its third weekend of release, nearly everyone is pointing and laughing at Disney when it comes to Indiana Jones 5, because not only did it embarrassingly get beat in its second weekend at the box office, but now in its third weekend of release, it's all the way down to number 4. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny at 4th place in the box office, behind obviously Mission Impossible. Everyone expected that with its release, but of course Sound of Freedom and Insidious the Red Door continue to hammer Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny with basically a 20th of the budget. This is a nightmare for them, because again, it would be one thing if this movie was made on a tiny budget, but it's not. It was made on a $300 million budget with likely between $100 and $150 million in marketing, and that $300 million is probably a very low estimate based on what we've heard. And now, with its most recent tracking, this movie is not expected to reach $400 million worldwide. It just barely cracked $300 million. Most people think it's probably going to end in that $350, $360 million range. That would be, if that actually is what it does, you're talking about potentially a $275, maybe even a $300 million loss for Disney. Yet some people in the woke media are trying to convince you otherwise. Some absolute idiots, some retarded people are trying to convince everybody of the opposite. Look at this tweet that is getting a lot of traction from CBR, not in the way that they would like. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny breaks even at the international box office. Breaks even at $300 million. That's very, very interesting. Obviously, 143 likes to 500 comments. They're getting destroyed. Here's Hill versus Babyface, my man, as factually wrong. Understand how the box office works. That is over 1,000 likes on that reply. They got ratioed by a bunch of people. But here's the article. Indiana Jones 5 breaks even at the box office. After an underwhelming start, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny has now broken even with its budget. Spoiler alert, it is not broken even. It has not come close to breaking even. If you're saying that the box office gross, that the number has surpassed the reported production budget, I guess that's true. It hasn't broken even because this movie is not making any money. This movie has no chance of breaking even and actually becoming profitable because, spoiler alert, there's more than $300 million invested in this movie. And spoiler alert part 2, the theaters get a cut of the box office. It doesn't all go back to the studios. What kind of fucking idiots are doing this type of reporting? While Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny didn't quite live up to studio expectations, the film is not a total bomb, as it is now officially broken even on its exorbitant budget. Collider reports, well, that's the real problem. Jeremy Dick, the absolute moron that wrote this for CBR, you really shouldn't be writing box office articles. You have no idea what you're talking about. But he took this from a Collider article. Isn't that funny? No, I don't want to sign up for your newsletter. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny finally breaks even at the box office. Oh, that makes sense now. Dog shit Collider wrote a terrible, inaccurate article, and now other people are running with it. This is completely laughable, because let's just break it down for people that are too retarded to understand clearly, the people that are working at these outlets. The reported budget is about $300 million. The marketing is anticipated another $100 to $150 million. There's also reports out there the budget's actually more like $330. So we're talking, when it's all said and done, a conservative estimate is $450 million that Disney has tied up in this, just that they've spent already. That's not including other things like interest they may have paid on loans that they took out. That's not including any of that. We're doing as conservative as we possibly can. $450 million invested in this dog shit. What that means is that this is a movie that needs to reach around $900 million at the worldwide box office just to break even. Because here domestically, the studio, Disney, is going to get somewhere between 55, maybe 60% if they get a really good deal on the revenues from the box office domestically. Internationally, it's a far worse split. Internationally, you're talking about something that's going to get you around 40%. 40% of the international box office. China, way less. China's only 25% of that cut goes to the studios. So no, you need $900 million to break even on this. Yet you have these dog shit outlets, absolute garbage tier outlets with people who have no idea what they're talking about, trying to do Disney a favor and make it seem like things are way better for them than it is. this movie is going to lose upwards of $250 million, maybe even $300 million for Disney. They can try to spin it all they want. They can lie, they can cheat, they can tell people a bunch of lies. That's what this is. This is just straight up a lie. Either that or they're just so stupid and ignorant they don't know the difference. It is not broken even. It is, yes, it has surpassed its production budget, hasn't even caught up to surpassing its budget, including marketing, and has no shot at this point of breaking even. In fact, it's now expected to do less than $400 million at the global box office. A pathetic failure for Disney, even if the woke media is trying to convince people otherwise. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.